tell you something about his mental state right there.
Does my heart good to know that Nate Webb ring entrances are not a thing of the past entirely.
It makes me so happy. It makes me so happy.
Fuck DJ! Fuck DJ! Fuck DJ! Fuck DJ!
And harsh words being bandied against a local disc jockey of some nature.
Now, Mance is going to be standing across the ring from one of his biggest challenges to date. He's going to have to fucking survive Shlak.
As Mance Warner has represented the South. Mance Warner has represented the South as one of their premier deathmatch wrestling exports, but now he is up against Kensington, Philadelphia's own. No, I'm sorry, he's from Schitt's Creek, New Jersey originally. Yeah, he was the mayor. Mayor at one time, I believe.
Yes, indeed. Oh, these men weren't going to square up.
Oh, and just stiff shots and giving back and forth. But what else would you expect?
I expect nothing else. Not from these two. Wait a minute.
Shlak already lost interest in using just his hands to abuse this man. Took him mere moments to decide that the best thing to do was to use a home improvement tool on the man's tongue.
And head.
And then head, sure. And I like that he is placing the staples and then removing them for added carnage.
He stapled it back to the turnbuckle. He's stuck. Oh! Oh my fucking God!
Good Lord! Northern Lights suplex.
One?
Shlak trying to kill Mance Warner.
One?
My sentiments exactly. Only in Spanish, so uno?
Trading headbutts in the corner now. Well, not so much trading as Shlak is going after Mance Warner.
Scott, I can't see that corner of the ring because of this girl's ass, so you're going to have to call commentary on that corner of the ring. Seems to be where they're centering their action.
Shlak just bit the head of Mance Warner, now looking to rip out his arm and possibly beat him to death with it. That's unconfirmed, though.
It's a pretty standard Shlak move, though, I believe.
Absolutely. Shlak's been in firm control this entire match.
Oh, he's ripping at his face. I mean, just disrespectful as all hell.
Going at the mouth and the nose.
Fish hooking him and biting him simultaneously?
Disgusting. Shlak's not here to win a match a traditional way, though.
Nor is he here to make friends. Shlak has enough friends, and even if he doesn't give a fuck.
He doesn't want or need anymore.
Mance Warner resilient as hell, though.
He's way outside of the ring now.
He's fighting for the pride of the South, this man. He will rise again.
One chair.
Well spotted. Tell me more.
And up, two chairs. Okay.
There we go. We have live up to the minute coverage. That's 3. And 2 tray.
If I'm not mistaken, Shlak has stapled his tongue to turnbuckles twice, stapled his head once, has bitten his head, has tried to rip his arm out of its socket. This isn't a wrestling match. This is going to be an active crime scene in a few minutes.
I think it's a fairly standard day for Shlak, though, wouldn't you say?
I don't think it's a fairly standard day for Mance Warner at all, but Mance is doing everything he can to stay in this one.
up out front of the building. I don't know if they're here for the match or if something else is going on. I would say that either is appropriate, though.
Either is a definite possibility.
There may just be a group of paramedics local to this area that recognize Shlak on a wrestling poster and said, we better get over there. Something bad's going to happen.
Well prepared to deal with any situation that may come at the hand of the former mayor of Schitt's Creek.
Oh, a big dusty windup here, perhaps an homage? Oh, goes for the eye poke, but no dice.
That's the man.
Oh. He has no eyes. I don't know what else. I don't know what else we can learn from this. His eyes just shows so much fighting spirit.
A slight glaze.
That was some Kings Road eye work right there.
Shlak just dropping elbows like it's nobody's business now, right to the sternum of Mance Warner.
Frankly, it is nobody's business. And if you feel like you need to make it yours, you go talk to him.
No, thank you. From wherever Shlak is, you know.
I think that's a very wise position to take.
And now he has a door.
He does in fact. You think he'll be making a closet?
I hope so. Oh, I get it now.
Perhaps he will be adding a breezeway.
Could be.
A solarium even. Are they the same thing? You tell me. I bet Mance Warner knows. I bet he's got solariums down his way.
What's happening?
Mance Warner just lining up folk from around ringside. Runs up and over with a big tornado DDT. These doors, though, they're not big on breaking, I've noticed. Oh! But he was determined, and a determined man gets what he wants, by God.
That's how you know this man is out here to live, to see another day after fighting Shlak. This isn't a wrestling match. This is a straight-up fight between two of the hardest-hitting motherfuckers I've ever seen in my life.
You are absolutely correct there. Both men bleeding, but from awkward areas, which tells me that it's all very unpleasant.
Only one there. Shlak says, fuck you.
I almost broke kayfabe there, but I didn't. Did you see how I caught myself?
I did.
But then I talked about it.
Real time. He's got a box of, well, those are gusset plates.
That's how they are. Happy days are here again.
That's an item you're very familiar with, isn't it, Mr. Havoc?
Yeah, unfortunately. I was on hand when they were introduced to the wrestling world by one Masada.
Dear God.
The God has nothing to do with any of what's going on here. I don't know, it needn't be mentioned at this juncture.
That's a very fair point.
In fact, so uninvolved is he that I believe he was pointed out as not existing during the opening of this match when Shlak was introduced.
That's a very fair point. And now the door is set up in the corner, spitting a little bit of his blood on it, giving it the old Southern blessing. Shlak is gonna fucking kill him. Holy shit!
Shlak just mauled himself with gusset plates before mauling Mance Warner through a door. That was disgusting.
Only two! Neither one of these men is human.
Counting skills are on point. I'm glad you're here next to me.
I'm here to help. I did good in math. Well, I didn't do so good in English.
No, perhaps not.
Is that a... That man has a fucking Kenzin.
Good. That's what I thought this match needed.
Oh! Into the head! Punching it directly into the head of Mance Warner and continuing the barrage of fists.
For anyone who's never looked at one of those things up close, the needles are much longer than there is skin between the air and your skull.
And we got a Shlak plastic bag over the face of Mance Warner.
Yo, welcome to Philly, Mance.
Oh, fuck! Cover!
Most devastating sidewalk slam I've ever seen.
And it was still only 2.
The man was asphyxiated and sidewalk slammed on his head, and he kicks out.
Mance Warner gives no shit about no plastic bags. And still with that Kenzen right in the middle of his head. Dear God.
There's a look of surprise on Shlak's face I don't know if I've ever seen before. Like he just can't quite believe that this man's still coming.
And headbutts with the Kenzen, holy shit. Shlak wobbly.
Yeah, I could hear those up here. They reverberated off the walls.
Still only 2.
The echo of skull and skull like a pair of pachycephalosaurs.
And both men still able to try to fight back to a vertical base. I don't understand.
Neither me, but let's just watch and marvel. Oh, and commentate. We should probably also remember to commentate.
Right.
Whilst marveling.
Speaking of marveling, Mance Warner using the ropes on the opposite side of the ring there, trying to get himself back to a vertical base. Meanwhile, Shlak's having some bad intentions.
When does he not?
That's it. You know what?
Answer me that.
That's a fair point. And he takes that broken chair and just domes Mance Warner, whose head still.
Huh? And our apologies to fans on Fight TV. I think we had some technical difficulties there for a moment, but we have returned. You have not missed much. Only the setup to what is going to be Mance Warner's demise, it would appear, unless he can fight his way out of this.
Hard strikes to the side of Shlak. The eye poke.
It was ineffective earlier. Oh! He just choke slammed him off the top rope. A no dawa, if you will.
And no reaction except for rage from Shlak. Right to the head. And another. Third time's the charm.
Well, you're fourth for good measure. Better safe than sorry. Always err on the side of caution. The Shlak.
Shlak is really. Oh! Running knee. Cover. He did it! Warner beat Shlak!
Finally, after a good 10 minutes or more of brutality, just straight up sadism, we see a victor in this battle. What a disgusting war we just witnessed.
These two men just spent 10 minutes fucking each other up. There's no other way to slice it.
Well, I'm glad he's living the life of a simple man, listening to his mama. I'm sure this is what she would have advised.